Benny the bunny hopped excitedly through the lush green meadow, his little heart racing with excitement. The sun was shining brightly, and the flowers swayed gently in the breeze. Benny had been thinking about this idea for days, and now he was ready to share it with his best friend. He had a great idea. It was something that could change their lives forever, something magical and wonderful. He spotted his friend Luna the owl perched on a branch, her feathers glistening in the sunlight.
"Luna! Luna!" Benny called out, his voice filled with excitement and a hint of urgency.
Benny called again, hoping Luna would hear him and come down to listen to his big idea.
"What is it, Benny?" Luna asked, her curiosity piqued as she fluttered down to join him.
Luna hooted softly, her eyes twinkling with interest.
"Let's find the magical Starflower!" Benny exclaimed, his eyes shining with determination.
Benny whispered his plan to Luna. Luna's eyes widened with amazement as she listened.
"The Starflower?" Luna asked, her voice filled with wonder and a touch of disbelief.
She breathed deeply, trying to recall the legends she had heard about the magical flower. Legend told of a flower with magical petals that could grant wishes and bring happiness to all who found it. It grew deep in the magical forest, a place filled with mystery and wonder.
"It's just a story," Luna said, her voice tinged with doubt.
Luna said, trying to be practical.
"I believe it's real. Will you come with me?" Benny asked, his voice filled with hope and determination.
Benny pleaded, his eyes wide with anticipation. Luna smiled, her heart warming at Benny's enthusiasm. She couldn't resist an adventure, especially one that promised magic and wonder. Together, they set off into the forest, ready to find the legendary Starflower. Benny hopped with joy. Luna flew beside him, her wings shimmering in the sunlight. They reached the edge of the forest where the trees stood tall and dark, casting long shadows on the ground. Sunbeams peeked through the leaves, creating a mystical atmosphere. The air was filled with the scent of pine and the sound of rustling leaves. Benny and Luna could feel the magic in the air, and their hearts raced with excitement.
"Where are you going?" Benny's little sister Mia asked curiously, her eyes wide with wonder.
Suddenly, a voice squeaked. Milo the squirrel poked his head out from behind a tree, his tiny nose twitching with curiosity. He had heard the children talking and wanted to join in the adventure.
"We're going to find the Starflower," Benny exclaimed, his eyes sparkling with excitement. The Starflower was a legendary flower said to grant wishes to those who found it.
Benny announced with a confident smile, feeling like a true adventurer.
"Can I come?" Milo asked eagerly, his eyes shining with hope. He had always dreamed of going on a grand adventure.
Milo gasped in surprise. Just then, a blue fox with sparkling eyes appeared from behind a bush. The fox's fur glistened like the night sky, and its eyes twinkled with wisdom.
"I will guide you. I am Whisper," the fox said softly, its voice like a gentle breeze. Whisper was known as the guardian of the forest, and it had been watching over the children for some time.
And so Benny, Luna, Milo, and Whisper entered the magical forest, their hearts filled with hope and excitement. They knew that this adventure would be unlike any other, and they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The forest floor was covered in soft moss. Strange and beautiful flowers bloomed everywhere. The friends followed a winding path. The air grew cold. The trees seemed to press closer. A dark shadow fell over them.
"What's that?"
Milo squeaked, trembling. The shadow grew bigger. It made a low growling sound. Benny felt scared, but he knew they had to be brave. Luna flew ahead, her wings catching the golden rays of the sun filtering through the trees. She felt a mix of excitement and nervousness as she ventured deeper into the forest.
"There's nothing to be afraid of," she called back to her friends, her voice steady and reassuring. "We can do this together."
Benny took a deep breath, feeling the cool, fresh air fill his lungs. He closed his eyes for a moment, gathering his courage. He hopped closer to the shadow, his heart pounding in his chest. Each step felt like a small victory over his fear. As he got closer, he saw it was just a big tree. Relief washed over him, and he couldn't help but smile. Its branches looked like spooky arms in the dim light, but now they seemed almost friendly. Benny laughed with relief, the tension melting away.
See, nothing to be scared of, said Milo, patting Benny on the back. We can face anything as long as we're together.
Milo peeked out from behind Whisper, his eyes wide with curiosity. They all laughed, the sound echoing through the trees, making the forest feel less intimidating. Working together, they had faced their fear and discovered that the forest was not as scary as they had imagined. It was full of wonders waiting to be explored. With newfound confidence, they continued on their quest, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The forest was now a place of adventure and friendship. The forest grew thicker. The sun was setting. Whisper stopped. He lifted his nose and sniffed the air.
Do you hear that?
They all listened. A soft whisper floated on the wind.
Follow me.
Whisper led them through a maze of trees. The whispering grew louder. It seemed to be calling to them. At last, they reached a clearing. The setting sun bathed the glade in a golden light. And there, in the center, it shimmered. The Starflower. It had petals of silver and a heart of gold. The whispering sound seemed to be coming from the flower itself.
Wow, it's beautiful!
Benny, Luna, and Milo gasped in wonder. They had found it! The magical Starflower was real! Whisper smiled.
You found it. Your courage and friendship led you here.
Benny, Luna, and Milo looked at each other. They had faced their fears and never given up. The real magic, they realized, wasn't just in the Starflower. It was in their friendship and their bravery. And they knew, no matter what adventures lay ahead, they would always have each other.